let me again urge the selection of Mr. Manoukian and Mr. Povilaitis to the exclusion of Mr. Weaver. I know he's our colleague. I know we have to work with him. But this gentleman is going to be representing the city of Glendale. Time and time again, in our own city, Mr. Weaver has shown contempt for the audience, for the speakers, for us on the dais, and left the chambers in the middle of deliberations, in the middle of closed session, and before oral communications. And I know there's oral communications at the airport. Now, if he sees Barry Allen at the airport, what's he going to do? Get up and run away? Is that what we want our commissioners to do? I don't think it is. We want a commissioner who's going to sit there and listen to everything that has to be said, good or bad. That's our job up here. We've gone through it. You've seen it on design review. And I think that type of behavior deeply disturbs me and is not responsible conduct, not only for a city councilman, but for someone who's going to be representing the city in front of our neighboring cities of Pasadena and Burbank. And that's just one example of some of the issues with Mr. Weaver.
I understand your comments, Mr. Najarian, but I find them unpersuasive with regard to the Airport Commission.
I'm very set on keeping my vote for Councilmember Weaver.
I sense a tiny bit of inconsistency in my colleague's comments, but I'm not anxious to pick a fight with my good friend Mr. Najarian, so I will just leave it at this. There was, how big a can opener I want to bring to this and how big a can of worms I want to open. There was a time when a vote was held of no confidence for a council member up here. It was entertained by my colleague. And that to me seemed like the ultimate statement about the inability of a sitting council member to function up here with his colleagues, to represent the public in terms of behavior and so on. It took a lot to get to that point. It wasn't just something that was willy-nilly raised. However, nearly everyone on this council then, in turn, shortly thereafter, nominated and voted for that same council member to serve as the chair of the Housing Authority. That seems like an inconsistency to me. I voted for him as well, just as I have nominated and am voting for Mr. Weaver. Anyone who knows me and knows my political history in this city knows that Mr. Weaver and I have not had exactly a friendly political history going back over the years. However, somehow or other I have been able, and so has he, been able to craft a working relationship in these council chambers.
In the interest of resolving something that otherwise I think will not be resolved tonight or next week or the week after, I will vote for Mr. Weaver and Mr. Manoukian.